Our first stop is Salvento Station. Forget whatever standard you have for a train terminal. It took the artist Jorge Colasso 11 years to paint the 20,000 azulejo tiles. It's essentially a museum disguised as a daily commute. Just a short walk away is Libreria Lello. Opening its doors in 1906, it's consistently ranked among the most beautiful bookstores in the world. The absolutely centerpiece is this sweeping crimson staircase, surrounded by neo-Gothic arches and stunning stained glass skylight. It's an absolute masterclass in early 20th century design. To truly understand the layout of this incredible city, you have to see it from above. The Clerigos Tower is an 18th century Baroque masterpiece that dominates the skyline. It's a 225 steps climb to the bell tower. If you want to see where Porto's historical merchants flex their wealth, step inside the Palacio da Bolsa. Managing luxury properties in London sets my architectural standards pretty high, but this 19th century stock exchange is flawless. The undeniable highlight is the Arab Room, an opulent masterpiece completely dripping in gold. Dom Louis First Bridge, designed by a partner of Gustave Eiffel, this double-deck iron giant connects Porto to Villa Nova de Gaia. Whether you are walking to the upper deck for those sweeping skyline views, or taking it all from a traditional Ravello boat on the Douro River below, it is an absolute masterclass in 19th century engineering. A quick heads up. Porto's historical center is a strict no-fly zone. I have a drone, but to keep myself out of a Portuguese prison, any epic drone shots you see today are legally licensed, including the footage of this massive 12th century fortress. All right, safely out of drone jail. Behold the Sea Cathedral. Built in the 12th century, this fortress-like masterpiece is the historical birthplace of Porto. The panoramic views from up here are an absolute 5-star must. You cannot spend 48 hours in Porto without tackling its most legendary dish, the Francesinha. It's less of a sandwich and more of a delicious cardiovascular event, packed with steak, linguiça sausage, and ham, because apparently just one type of meat was insulting. It's unapologetically decadent, an absolute must-try, and will confidently require a 2-hour nap immediately afterward. Forget everything you know about hot dogs. At República dos Cachorros, they treat a hot dog like a threat. This is the Cachorro special. It's stuffed with linguiça, smothered in cheese, drenched in spicy butter sauce, and chopped into pieces because picking this thing up would physically require a hazmat suit. It's pure chaotic perfection. If you thought I was full, you are underestimating my commitment to this vlog. Welcome to Mercado do Bolhão. We are doing a walk-in surf and turf, a massive ham sandwich, followed immediately by some delicious prawns. I officially tapped out outside the market with a warm pastel de nata. Send help and maybe some large trousers. Looking back at all this food, I can honestly say I had an incredible experience at every single stop. whether it was a famous restaurant or a tiny street food counter. Porto does not miss. I usually pick places based on top Google Map reviews, but sometimes you just have to follow your nose. I've linked every venue I visited in the description below, so you can check them out for yourself. Checking into the Hotel Curio by Hilton Cenica was absolutely lifesaver. Working in London hospitality, inspecting amenities is second nature to me. I scoped out their gym, their swimming pool, and their spa, and they're completely pristine. Did I actually use them after the food coma? Not a chance. My only real workout was making it to their incredible breakfast. Listen, trying to conquer Porto entirely on foot in 48 hours is a fantastic way to completely destroy your calves. Before you even land, do your future self a massive favor. Open Viator or get your guide and book some tours. I started with a walking tour for the deep history and took burn off exactly one bite of that Francesinha. But once my legs officially went on strike against the steep cobblestone hills, I outsourced the heavy lifting and jumped into a TukTuk. Best decision of the trip.
That's where we're gonna go later, Vienna.
And to finally stop moving altogether, I finished with a classic Douro riverboat cruise. What can a crazy cow like me say? Maximum sightseeing, absolutely zero cardio. Highly recommend. That officially wraps up 48 hours of incredible architecture, questionable calorie intake, and absolutely zero cardio in Porto. If this guide helped you plan your trip, or at least warn you about the hills, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Miko. This is Marco Polo Travel vlog. And I need to go buy some larger trousers before I head back to London. See you on the next adventure. Peace and love.